your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is CJ's set of skills. When it comes down to it, I said that CJ was the most dangerous character in Grand Theft Auto. Not just his game, but the entire Grand Theft Auto, period. No matter the Grand Theft Auto game. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because CJ does have a set of skills. Now, CJ has a fighting set of skills that's just normally him street fighting. But then he can easily learn how to box, and then he can also learn how to do Kung Fu, and he can also learn how to do beat you down UFC fighting. Those are like 4 fighting styles given to him in the game. Not only that, CJ is like top tier gangbanger. Like, he was literally the most dangerous gangbanger in Los Santos, and he went from that to taking on people like the FIB as well as the Russian Mafia. Heck, CJ even had a showdown with some sort of Kung Fu master on a ship when he was beefing with someone that was beefing with his friend Wong. So when it comes down to it, he has taken on his fair share of different type of powerful people and powerful groups of people. And let's not forget, he was trained to be a CIA agent. And I know a lot of people try to overlook that. They just look at him like he's just a gangbanger. This is a guy who learns different fighting styles, a guy who's taken on some of the most dangerous people around, and he was trained to be a CIA agent. How was this? That whole storyline after CJ buys the airport, Mike Torino trains him to become a CIA agent, the way he needs to drive, the way he needs to fly a plane, how he should invade things. And he even goes against different agents that are also trained as well. CJ has been trained to a whole other level, and that's why I say he's the most dangerous Grand Theft Auto character. Now, all of the Grand Theft Auto characters are dangerous, but who do you think can compare to CJ's skills? Let's go back. Claude is dangerous, but Claude is more of a street guy. He's a cold-blooded killer and everything in that nature. He is dangerous, but he can't beat CJ. Tommy Vercetti is very dangerous. This guy lived a life in an action movie where he pretty much was like I say, Scarface and all of them, and pretty much like Miami Vice level. Now we go to Tony Cipriani. Tony Cipriani also was very dangerous as well, but I don't think he could even beat Claude or even beat Tommy Vercetti whatsoever. He's very skilled, and he was really powerful in the Mafia. He had a high position in Liberty City Stories. In Liberty City Stories, he had a low position. By the time we got to 3, he had a high position, because Liberty City Stories is a prequel to 3. And then there's also Vic Vance. Now, Vic Vance is very, very dangerous. He is trained by the Army. He's trained in QCQ. He's a very dangerous character, but I do not think he could take on CJ. Now, Niko Bellic, that's someone who possibly can take on CJ, and the reason why is because Niko Bellic is already a soldier. He's been to war. He's been a part of human trafficking in storylines. He's seen so many people, and he takes on very powerful people in Grand Theft Auto 4, where he's taken on the FBI, the CIA himself, and different people in the Mafia. So Niko could possibly take on CJ. Not only that, Johnny Klevitz, I don't think Johnny could see CJ whatsoever, even in his prime, where he was way better in his game than he was at 5. I don't think Johnny could see CJ. Luis Lopez is an extremely dangerous character, and much like CJ, he was highly trained to be the way he is. He was trained to fly helicopters. He was trained in fighting. He's literally a bodyguard for Tony, and he takes on all kind of forms of danger for Tony, where he has fought it out with the Mafia. He's fought it out with the Russian Mafia. Like, Luis is very dangerous, and I don't think that should be overlooked. But I don't know if he can beat CJ. That's a tough one. Now, not only that, let's go to Michael. Michael from GTA 5 is a very strategic character. If anything, he would try to go against CJ by using his mind more than anything, because Michael's one of those characters in Grand Theft Auto who taps into his mind. Now, don't get it twisted. CJ is strategic as well, but he is a bit naive, and so dealing with a person like Michael, because even Trevor himself, as dangerous as Trevor is, because I'm about to go ahead and merge Trevor into this too, Trevor is highly trained. He was in the Air Force. He is military based. He's extremely dangerous. He can go into a rage mode, but I don't think Trevor could beat CJ. Mike might be a danger because Mike has the mindset to try to take on CJ. However, when it comes down to Franklin's good at what he does. He's the best driver in GTA 5. He's literally trained by Michael to become a professional criminal and to be on a whole different level. So I think that Franklin and Michael could prove to be dangerous for CJ, because we got 2 versions of Franklin. We got the Franklin from GTA 5 and the Franklin from the DLC called The Pack package, I believe, the one with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and he is way more strategic, way more calm, and he's a lot more like Michael, except he has a happy family life. That's the only difference between Franklin and Michael, the older Franklin and Michael from GTA 5. Now, those are all the Grand Theft Auto protagonists that I can name, but at the end of the day, still, I'm going to have to ride with my man CJ. CJ is most definitely going to end up beating them boys. And like it or not, he's the best of them all. I don't know who's in denial about him being who he is, but we already knew he was better than anybody in the trilogy when those first 3 games had came out, and he still stands the best more than anybody. I'm looking forward to seeing how Lucia and Jason is going to measure up against CJ. But that's pretty much all I got to say in regards to that. I just want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Bees here. Just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and oh.